Hello, everybody.
Live from New York City, it's Wizard Wednesday! Okay, we have a very, very special episode of Wizard Wednesday. We are broadcasting live from New York City. We are in a hotel, and I am not alone. Right next to me, I have Bear Snake, Give a Hoot, Two Crows, Tad Major, Dr. Slurp, Loch Ness, Jitsi, Meeple Dad, my family, all sitting right next to me. Dota, what are we going to talk about today?
Oh, we're going to talk about the party because I know that not everybody who's listening in could make it all the way to New York. So we've got so much to cover with everyone. It was incredible. It was such a joy to meet everyone. Everyone came out and the vibe was so chill, and the people were giving hugs, and it was just such a joyful night.
Yeah. It exceeded all expectations. I'm going to give just like a brief recap of the whole party. It's funny because I got here the first night, and Bear and I actually had dinner with Merlin and Realize. Those guys are a couple of minches. We were out till 2 a.m. with them. They were just blowing my mind with their wisdom and kindness. And what I realized after hanging out with those guys is this is the tone for the entire trip. And I was just totally invigorated to meet other cult members. And so then over the next 2 days, one of the funny things was I kept hearing Bear wonder aloud, shit, what if nobody shows up? What if,
Yeah.
what if only 10 people show up? And I could see a genuine look of fear in his eyes. And then he started to freak me out. And then, but then the day of the party comes, and it was either Jitsi or Locke post a photo in our team Discord, or okay, it was Bear, of a line going out the door. The cult showed up, and that first fear of no one showing up was no longer. But then the new fear crept up. Oh, holy shit! I hope this party is good. Um, okay, so here's a few highlights, and maybe I'll ask these other guys what their highlights. But I really loved the little fucking adorable polka dot pony standing outside, a literal pony. We actually dressed him up as one of the ponies in the collection, Goblin the Handsome, which is owned by High-Tac. So that was going on outside.
By the way, I just want to say that we could not get the proper permits for the pony, but we went rogue and we did the pony anyway.
Illegal ponies.
Wow.
No ponies were hurt.
Oh, gorilla
Yeah,
ponies.
Making this party.
No, Goblin was happy. And then immediately when you walked inside, the fucking magical vibe immediately hit you, right? Like I don't know how they did it. It was the lighting, it was the set, it was just everybody had a smile on their face. There was just this warmth, and maybe it was because immediately when you get in there's these giant mushrooms right at the entrance. And then to your right, there was a 15-foot replica of the secret tower itself. And then to your left were these huge lenticular portraits of of the seven beasts on the wall, just looking majestic as fuck. Yeah, I've got a few others, but let me go around the room. Give a hoot. You want to?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I would think the highlight for me, obviously, everyone's gonna say meeting everyone and just saying like your handle, and everyone did like the light bulb going off in people's eyes, like, oh my god, you're Dr. Slurp, like, oh my god, you're like, so that was amazing. But Oliver Tree as Chad Bro, like, so good. He gets standing ovations for the rest of his life for putting on a performance. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Two Crows.
It's Two Crows. That's right. It was amazing. The obvious one is meeting other wizards. It was amazing. I went from pod to pod to pod of people, and then because I'm blessed to know a lot of Magic Machine, I was then asked, "Do you know if any of those guys are around?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're all over the place." So then I started touring people around to find Elf and Dota and Bear and Locke and Jitsi, and then it was like, "Did you see this wizard and that wizard?" So I just pretty much played Wizard Connector the night, which I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I almost took in none of the event. I barely even got a drink because the line was so long. So I stood actually where I got to my long line experience was actually meeting Dota for the first time.
It was so fun.
You ever stand in line to meet Dota?
I know.
Yeah.
And it was really long, but it was worth it at the end because I was given a drink. And so that was fantastic. And so I don't know, I just loved the whole thing. I melted a jelly donut into my hand and then shook sticky hands with everyone after that. So if you shook my sticky hand, it was a donut.
Hey, Colt, Tad Major. Just to talk about everything that they said. I think Give a Hoot laid it out, like just meeting different wizards and seeing people face to face, and the response that you would get when someone who you've had this connection with online for so long sees you in person, and you see that light in their eyes. It crushes your soul. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how connected we've all been for so long, and then to be able to physically be in the same space as one another was really truly magic. And yeah, being able to meet some of the team, all the OG wizards, all the new warrior holders, just hanging out in line. I mean, the energy all night was electric. Just there were no bad vibes anywhere. And as Two Crows was saying, really like hanging out with people and just the domino of introductions. You would be standing next to someone, you're like, oh, hey, do you know who's standing just behind me? That's fucking Give a Hoot. Oh, hey, do you know who this is? It's amazing. And it's like, yeah, actually, I feel so bad for TV. I didn't hear his name. We were in the Oliver Tree show, and I just gave him a big, stupid hug, not knowing who he was. And embarrassingly, I heard someone introduce him later, and I was like, oh, God, you're TV. Come here. I need to like properly greet you. But no, just the camaraderie and just having the whole cult together was just truly amazing. We really have a special group here, and to see it live, to see it in vivo, it's something that's undeniable.
This is Dr. Slurp. What's good, everybody?
Hey, Slurp.
What's good? Hey, Dota. So one of the highlights for me was I met Grayling upstairs like right before the ritual started, and he was like, "Oh, I made the music for this event and for the ritual that's about to happen." He was so excited about that. And another highlight was downstairs when I first walked in. There's this like mushroom field with like a field of grass under, and like they had these like tree stumps with like old video game controllers, and you could control different like elemental powers. And if everybody put like worked together and put the elemental powers in the middle, this thing happened, and there was like a giant hurricane or like purple magic that emanated.
And
It was
then
just cool.
The light in the secret tower shot. I mean, it wasn't like as.
Oh, is that when it would turn white?
Yeah. It turned
Oh, I saw other people like I thought the ritual was gonna actually happen in the secret tower. I thought the white was like hinting at that.
white. Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. Lock.
Hi. Oh man. Yeah. If you didn't know who I was wearing a bedazzled blue mask with like a black long gown, epic like collar. Just wanted to have a little cult like moment. My favorite part was definitely being a part of the ritual and Magus Wazir coming up the stairs and into the Book of Lore area, and everyone just sort of gasping. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but people are like, so safe to say that worked. Jitsi?
Hey, everybody. I mean, everyone's kind of said some of the bigger highlights in my head. I have one specific thing that, I mean, I probably told tons of people, but not the person here at the table as well. My favorite moment of the night was when I met Tad, actually. Because, like, for whatever freaking reason, last New Year's, Tad and I both got drunk, and the first thing we did was go on Discord and talk to each other at midnight. And that was, like, for whatever reason, I'm just like, this is so funny, so fun. And then, like, to be able to meet Tad in person, just being the same vibrant, awesome person that you are on Discord too, dude. I just freaking love you. It was so great. But there's so many more people that I met, and I can't even express how awesome it was to hug people, appreciate them, and just like be happy they're here. So that's all I got.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got. Hold on. Let me start here. We've got two more. One more wizard who walked up. Meet prisoner. Just real quick. What was your highlight of the party?
Meeting everybody, of course, like everybody else is saying, but it was just blowing me away to meet everybody and just to see, like, when you put eyes on people and you go like, yeah, I am in this. This is me. I am a wizard. We get it. It's
Yeah.
It was a wonderful time. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Totally agree. Dodo, did you want to say something?
Oh, I have so many. So yeah, so meeting Shark Child, I don't. So if you ever get the chance to meet Shark Child in real life, the man is larger than life. He's got this giant infectious laugh that he's just such a joy to be around. And then, you know, shout out to Tom and Moron Global, you know, Noodle Arms and the whole crew there. I'm sure you might saw on Twitter the video of Tom like crowd surfing, which was just
Yes.
amazing. They really kept the party going.
Speaking of Moron Global, I am currently decked out in nothing but Moron Global gear. I think Bear Snake thinks that I'm quitting Magic Machine and going to work for Moron Global.
Yeah, the like J-Mander was there and he introduced me to so many people. Cheddar Bob brought Impy Shake stickers and was passing them around. There was some amazing costumes from the one who rings and also Artist Rock. They dressed up and just looked so good. And also Tabitha of the Marsh dressed up as like a big green witch, which you know was already in the video that we sent out. I want to give a particular shout out to Hen Boyd. So, you know, we were manning the merch table and there was a lot going on there, big lines. And, you know, just as the night kind of progresses and was getting a bit later, you know, there was just one moment where the people manning the merch just had to step away and, you know, get a drink or whatever. And, you know, that was all it took. There was, you know, some people there. I don't think they were necessarily cult members who started like jumping behind the counter and like going through the boxes of merch and just like taking armfuls. And Henry Boyd was having none of it. Henry Boyd, defender of the merch, jumps in there. He's like, no, 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 no. And he pushes all the people out behind the booth and he goes to me, he's like, Doda, what are the requirements for these merch? People are just jumping in here and taking shirts and so we just really appreciate that.
Yeah. You know, it's a shame. Hen Boyd is one person I didn't meet for whatever reason. I just I couldn't find him.
Oh,
But
he's great.
But yeah, I mean, you know, again, that was the best thing for me as well. Just putting faces to the Twitter names, to the Discord names. Everybody was awesome. It was definitely my favorite thing. Also, let's talk about Oliver, aka Gigas Chad. There's a few highlights from that performance. So, you know, the whole thing started with again Magus Wazir. You know, like out of nowhere, you start hearing this bell ringing, and this bell is just like ringing, and it keeps ringing, and everybody like suddenly like stops what they're doing and they look towards the source of the bell, and then Magus Wazir comes down the stairs, and he's followed by these mysterious masked figures carrying like big platters of jelly donuts. And after they finish that, a full-size replica of the Beast Gate rolls out. The music starts, and Oliver comes forth dressed as the Gigas Chad, and everybody loses their shit. And so, you know, the amazing thing is that like Oliver really, really got into the character. Maybe even too much. What I mean by that is he was very aggressive, and at one point, somebody jumped on the stage. I don't even know if this person was a cult member,
I don't think so.
but Oliver literally grabbed the guy, body slammed him, and then started mock punching him. Um, yeah, I don't think he actually punched him. But we didn't know it at the time. In fact, nobody knew what the hell was going on. We didn't know if it was real. We didn't know if it was staged. And everybody's like, holy fucking shit, Gigas Chad just took down some dude.
That's what Gigas Chad does.
And that's what Gigas Chad does. And yeah, and then the security got the guy out of there. But man, yeah, Gigas Chad was there in full force. I think there's even videos of it. I don't know if we'll probably. It's definitely in the Secret Tower. We may post it on our Twitter. I think Oliver's PR team is like trying to figure out if they want to actually publicize this. I just hope it shows up on TMZ or World Star.
If not, we'll make an edit and make it ourselves.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm curious. Has anyone talked to Oliver Tree? Did he have a good time? Because he seemed like he legitimately enjoyed that character. Like,
So from like the second, it's Bear. So from the second, I remember we got on the first Zoom call with him. His energy was super high, and so I walk him through what Forgotten Runes is all about, the vibes, the characters, the world, the depth, and the story. And he's like shaking, he's like nodding his head. He's like, yeah. He's like, this is fucking dope. And then the next thing out of his mouth is, can I dress up as a character? And I don't know if it was Locke's idea or my idea. I don't even know whose it was, but it was like Gigas Chad. You are Gigas Chad. It has to be Gigas Chad. And so and so we get off that call, and then like we do the deal or whatever, and and then Locke, he's like, I need more information about like Gigas Chad, like the Chad meme. And so then Locke proceeds to make a full-blown presentation of who Gigas Chad is, what the Chad meme is. I mean, you wrote some stuff in there. I was like shocked that came out of your keyboard. But it was like, I'm pretty sure it's like the first like PowerPoint Chad presentation. And you nailed it. And then so then like night of, he's like in a chair in the back and like getting these prosthetics, and I kept checking on him because he was in prosthetics for like 3 hours. I'm like, dude, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm so excited. He's like shaking. Like the makeup woman was like, can you please stop moving around? He's like, can't stop. I'm so excited. So Dad, he had the best time ever. He thought it was like, it so fits into what he is. And I think that was really cool. It's like he's not like the biggest name, right? But like, that wasn't the goal. The goal was to find someone who like could embody what we're about, and he totally nailed it. And he had a fantastic time.
Yep, agree. You could tell he was having fun, and everybody loved it. Are you ready? Yeah, and so Meeple Dad was there. He was getting a lot of great recordings, and I think he has maybe a few to share with us. Take it away.
Hey, Meeple Dad here. So yeah, I was having a blast, just running around with my phone, just recording anyone who would talk to me, and I've got a few little queued up on my soundboard here. So I'm gonna share. I'm not sure how well the cult listening is gonna be able to hear. I'll do my best though. So I chatted with Chris and Chips. Chips is the pony, and Chris is the man from rural Pennsylvania who drove in to downtown Manhattan. And let's see what he had to say here. Is this the craziest thing you and Chip have ever done?
Yes. Coming to Manhattan and seeing all these adults who wanted to see comic books, it's new to us, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're doing great, Chip. You're doing great.
One guy said to me, he said, I feel a little silly taking a picture with a pony. I said, if you don't feel silly for watching comic books, you shouldn't feel silly for taking a picture with a pony.
That's right. I mean, you're already there.
Yeah, I mean, we passed that corner a long time ago.
So, yeah, that's Chips and the Pony. We'll check in again because I might have a few more to share a little later on. I'll pass it back.
Yeah, let me know.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I also chatted with the pony guy. He was gracious enough to even wear a wizard cloak as he was wrangling the pony. And he was super interested in what the hell was going on. He didn't understand any of it, but he wanted to know all about it. So he was awesome. Sorry, Dutter, did you want to say something?
No, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the one thing that happened was like towards the end of the night, just as we were about finishing, I brought my cousin and he was there, and my cousin noticed that you know how there were swords on the display. Somebody, I don't know who it was taking a sword off the wall, and they were going to take it. So he walks over and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Oh, just hanging out. And he's just like, you shouldn't be taking that sword." And he's like, "Oh, no, no, like it's my thing." And my cousin's just like, "Oh, stealing stuff's your thing?" And he's just like, "No, no, no, like I love swords. Like oh man, let me have the sword, please. I'm gonna make this sword legendary." And he talks to him, whatever, just leaves him. A few minutes later, they look over, the sword's missing on the wall, and the guy's just walking out stiff-legged. Like he like stuffed the sword in his pants and was like walking like he had like a stiff leg. And yeah, apparently he has plans to make that sword a legendary sword of the Runeverse. So, if he does that, he'll have earned it. But so be on the lookout, or
Yeah.
maybe he just, wanted to keep it. So we'll see.
Let me see something. All right, just it's Bear. So one thing that I think everybody, like, as we checked in around the table, it's like the buzzword is hugs, and I think like something that even I'm getting messages from other people that attended the party that are going to these other parties, and there are awesome other parties. I think the difference um, for us is that like in my mind, like I don't think I've given that many hugs to people, especially that I haven't known in like ever. It's like the most condensed amount of hugs I've ever given in a couple hours. And I
Hmm.
think that alone, everybody else was experiencing that. And so like when your party is like the foundation of your party is hugs, that's what made it special, right? Because like we're talking about all these connections, these people that we haven't met before in person, but really well. And so like when you're going around hugging everybody, of course the party's going to be awesome. Everybody's hugging.
That's the secret.
It's the
Yeah,
secret. It's
yeah.
hugs.
Yeah, there was two takeaways that I had for the party in particular, which I want to institute for like all future parties. And one of them is this idea of a minimal VIP area, right? That like you heard about some other parties where you know there were areas that even the token holders couldn't get into. Like, and I get it, whatever. We had a back room, but it wasn't like a place to be where we were all like hanging out with just like the famous people, right? Like the Wizards cult isn't built on like the backs of celebrities, right? It's not a celebrity driven party. It's a party that's driven by just like getting together with your friends and having fun and giving hugs. And so I think that's one principle that I like want to keep, which is minimal VIP area. And then the second one is just like founders on the floor, right? Again, you saw tweets going around about like other parties where the founders were nowhere to be found. And I think that like for me, like the biggest joy of the whole night was going around meeting new people, as everyone said, and then I knew everyone who was there because of something that they'd contributed to the cult, right? You met Matazuki and Bread, and they're of course legendary, right? You meet retired Yield Farmer and Bam Bam and Cheddar Bob and Acid Eater and so many
Panico.
people. Yeah, Panico is there, Tad Major, Tanya Del Rio, like so many people that, and I could name you something that they've done to the cult. And so I think that's another part too, is just like founders on the floor. The Magic Machine team is going to be like out and meeting with everyone, not like up in some high tower. And so yeah, those two things
Yeah,
I want to take
I
away.
could have been hanging back with Logan Paul backstage, but I didn't really want to.
Yeah.
um, but hold on, we might be getting kicked out of the conference room.
Okay, so I'm going to carry it, and I'm already yeah. Anybody else want to come up on
Okay,
stage
hold
while
on.
they get kicked out?
Jitsy's gonna smooth this over.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Tad wants to say something.
Okay, great.
While we're trying to figure out if we're going to actively get kicked out of this room, I would like to talk about how amazing it was to meet Elf's mother. I
Oh
actually
yeah.
I had maybe the longest conversation of the entire night, just sitting and talking to this wonderful woman who was so amazingly proud of her son and what he built and how everyone was kind of like rallying around it, and that was a really cool thing. So like you said, founders on the floor and bringing your family to events and like being a part of all of that. I mean, it's just there's no doubt in anyone's mind about how genuine and how just dedicated to all of these founders are, and it's truly just amazing to be a part of it all.
It was such a delight to meet Elf's mom and dad and sister, and Elf and I have worked together for I think 12 years now, and just for whatever reason, I'd never met them, and so they were so delightful, yeah. And you can just see and hear the twinkle in her eye every time she talks about him, and they're like, and his sister too. They're just so proud of him, and it's just delightful to
I,
hang out with
I,
them.
one thing my mom asked me over and over was to not put her on the stage in any capacity. So I'm going to do that right now.
Oh, all right.
So, Mom, do you have any comments on the party?
I have a lot of comments, but I don't know if you want to hear them.
We do want to hear them.
But I do want to say, the mother of an elf is also known as the queen.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but all right. Yeah.
He's just a prince.
Now I'm embarrassed. I shouldn't have done that.
Elf is lobster red right now. Not joking.
Yeah. I tried to embarrass her, but I embarrassed myself. All right, what's next? Are we kicked out of this room yet? We might have, I don't know, 10 minutes left. This might be a short
That's
Wizard
fine.
Wednesday.
That's fine.
But oh yeah, we're gonna get kicked out.
We have 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 more minutes. Anybody, Tanya or anyone else like in the room? Do you guys comments, questions?
And well, another thing that we had at the at the party was the Rooniverse gate. So yeah, the yesterday was, or the 20th was the first day that folks got to log into the game, walk around, hang out, find the frogs. I don't know exactly how many people have found. There's 100 frogs, I believe, and I don't know how many people found all 100. I don't think it's that many. It's only a handful. Is that right? If anyone knows.
Actually, I just saw a tweet from the Rooniverse that like the first 25 people just found the 100 frogs. So I think the first
Amazing.
25. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's quite a feat.
Yeah.
Because the game map is freaking huge.
Yeah, it's really big.
I didn't think anybody would do it. That's great.
Warder beat it in like 4 hours or something.
Are you
Wow.
serious?
Yeah. Let's give a shout out to Warder. Warder
Shout out to Warder.
ran the entire Rooniverse.
Amazing.
He's so tired. I think he's been sleeping for 48 hours since.
Amazing.
It'll take days. They're like, it'll take days. Warder beats it in 4 hours. Okay.
Amazing. Oh, there's Warder right there.
Bring him up.
Yeah. Warder, tell us how you found all 100 frogs so damn fast. He's still
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. I was very quick, but I think I got lucky because I was just first. So, but it was very fun. I had such a blast. The art is great. The music is incredible. If you haven't played, you definitely should. It's very fun.
All right.
Man, a few words. Let's go.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Meeple, do you want to share any other clips that you got?
One of the
Yeah,
while preparing that.
There was a lot of people having a great time, but there was some complaints too. And Dr. Pavlovsky had something to say, so let's hear about that.
What I've heard was they don't sell any milk.
Having a great time, but
And it's only potion too. Why do you need milk?
And Dr.
Well, apparently the big potion industry, they decided to pay twice their sponsorship to make sure they had exclusivity on drinks. Is this like the Zombie King and his potion factory getting into big business? Yeah, those bag milk. Yeah, they got money, so they think they got rain on anything. But for the smaller guys like us, it's hard to push through on that economy, They're crushing us. They have good products, not gonna lie. But again, I'm sure the population. You want to shop local, but you got rain on anything.
Well, there you have it. I know I'll drop the audio in later too, and there's going to be much higher quality versions of that, but some gold from the show for sure. So
amazing.
Awesome. Okay, well, we should probably wrap up pretty soon, but I just want to make sure anyone else at our live table, Give a Hoot, Two Crows, Meat Prisoner, Tad, Slurp, any of you guys have any final comments?
I mean, yeah, I don't know, just an amazing pleasure to meet everyone. Like, the cult is real. We're real people having a really good time. What we're building here is amazing. And yeah, I mean, party was amazing, but then like also just getting to spend some one-on-one time with people in a bar, hanging out. We had a Dungeons and Dragons session earlier today that was fantastic, and like, I mean, spoiler alert: the DM was amazing and would love to work with us some more. So
Okay, good.
So heck yeah, so we might be able to revive the whole Dungeons and Dragons effort. But yeah, I don't know, it's just been a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there was so many people that I met, and then so many people that I wanted to meet that I didn't get a chance to, and the people that I got to talk to, I wanted to talk to more, and it was just so delightful.
Yeah, you're so right. It was just really, I haven't felt this way in so long. I just like the night never needed to end. Like every time I looked at my watch, bad time, very sad. Like time needs to go down, but instead only up. And it was just like really disappointing that the time was taken away from me. There were no chronomancers anywhere to stop time. It was even a yellow-hatted wizard showed up full garb, but he just did not have the magic that night. But truly, I could have stayed in there with all of you all for weeks. I mean, and it still wouldn't have been long enough. The only thing that I would say that was bad about that night is that I didn't get to meet every single person in there, because I'm sure there were 100 of you that I would have loved to have been able to just meet your eyes and shake your hand. And you're all very special to all of us. I mean, you're really amazing people. Whether you were here in New York or not, you're definitely our family. And it's really cool to be able to kind of circle everyone together and then just see it in action.
That's great. That's great.
Yep. Did you want to say something?
I just wanted.
Yeah,
just
me
one-
prisoner
one-
wants to say
one
something.
small thing, just that everybody's beautiful and wonderful, and I just couldn't get over how great everything was in meeting people, and yeah, just so excited to be a part of this. Yeah.
Hi,
Yep.
Tanya. Did you want to say something?
No, I just want to say thanks for everything. It was so much fun, and I had the best time of my life.
Oh, great.
Yep. I'm glad Tanya came. Also, Bill Gaines and Acid, you guys were awesome.
Yep.
I'm
Matrix,
glad
it was
you
great
guys
to meet
came.
you. Yeah.
Yep. And then, one other crazy thing that we did not expect. Beast Zero is literally up in Times Square being displayed all week.
Yeah.
If
For
you're
the
in,
Maps
if you're
auction benefit.
Yeah, the Christie's Maps auction benefit. If you're in New York, you can see it. It's going to be displayed every hour on minute 50 all this week, and it's right above a restaurant called Dominic's or Dominic. No. I'll put it in the secret tower.
Dos Caminos.
Dos Caminos. That's what it is. Yeah, Dos Caminos on Times Square. It's right above that. So yeah, that was awesome.
All
Okay,
right.
before we get kicked out, Dota, anyone else? Any final words? Lock?
I think.
Did you guys see Loch Ness's costume? Holy
It was so amazing. Yeah, it was so amazing.
Just real fast. Real fast. It's Bear. I just wanted to give a shout out to the Magic Machine team. So much planning went into this thing. I mean, we're talking like months and months. And I know like it was when you show up and everything looks so good and everybody's having a good time, like it takes a ton of attention to detail. And so I would just the whole team came together. It was I think we have much like needed break the next couple of days, hopefully after this trip. But everybody pitched in, and so I can't say enough about the team. We're so happy. It's a family, and I'm glad it exceeded our own expectations. So, and I think I saw a couple tweets, not from cult members or the Magic Machine team, that stated that we won the night. So, not that I'm competitive, but we won.
It was just so delightful. I just felt so grateful and so thankful that people made trips from Florida, California, the Midwest, all over the country just to come out, and then not only did they come, everyone was just so delightful, and I just love what we've built, and that's been such a joy. So thank you for coming out.
Yep, thanks for coming out, and be sure to come to WizFest 2023, right, Bear?
Yeah.
We're actually doing that. So yeah.
Don't make any promises.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to do it.
We're trying to do
just
it.
kidding. I mean, not really.
All right. Channeling out from New York City and the Quantum Downs. This has been Elf.
And Dota.
And
Give a hoot.
Two Crows. And Tad.
Slurp.
Loch Ness.
Jitsi.
Maple Dad.
G in, everybody.
Good night, everybody.